everyone, welcome back to Talk That Talk. So we have some more stuff to talk about because unfortunately there is still a lot of stuff going on Twitter right now with female rappers, and to be personally honest, it is draining. It is a lot. But let's start off with Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj calls out new rappers, and I want you guys to say who you think she's talking about. And she talks about their lack of appreciation after they blow up.
I notice is that, but this is the good thing, because a lot of people don't really understand how the industry works. That when a lot of times when people come in and, you know, they have this whole humble thing going, and then when they think they find some success, a lot of times that humility completely changes into who they really are and how they really wanted to treat you. And then I've seen it happen all the time. You know, the rug gets snatched from under them, and then they realize, oh, maybe I should have been humble for a little bit more, a little bit longer. You know, that's why I still think those people that did anything for me helped me in any way the way I do, because I am genuinely grateful. It's not a social media game, and right now that's what it is, and so that's why a lot of people are stuck looking stupid, because when, you know, you're humble and, you know, and people are loving on you and stuff like that, it wouldn't hurt you at all to continue to be humble and to continue to be grateful. Gratitude goes such a long way, right? But what ends up happening is, as soon as somebody at their label start playing up in their booty hole and they start feeling themselves, they start getting hype. Now all of a sudden, these things, you know, they start chitty-chatting away in them group texts and mumbling and cackling. And then when it's time to show and prove with those sales show them, okay, I actually have work to do, because the industry is not about going fucking viral. Who did I have that talk with yesterday?
So who do you guys think that Nicki Minaj is talking about? Coi Leray's name is being thrown out there. Who else do you think she's talking about? Do you think she's talking about Coi Leray? And why do you guys think, I'm curious, why do you guys think that Nicki Minaj is saying all of these things now, and she is putting people out now, and she is dropping tea and, you know, in these subliminals and stuff like that? Why do you think that she is doing all of this stuff now? Okay, let me know what you think. Okay, so yesterday I told you guys I wanted to talk about Asian Doll, and I also wanted to talk about Cardi got Bandz. So these two have been going back and forth on Twitter. Have you guys seen this stuff like I have? Okay, so Rap Alert made a post, and they basically said, y'all trying to make Asian Doll seem jealous when that's not even the real issue. Nicki didn't even acknowledge Cardi got Bandz until right after she started beefing with Asian Doll. Then she responded to old DMs, put the stand stuff aside, and tell me, does that not seem shady? Cardi got Bandz took to Twitter and said, F that Twitter beef, B, pop out. I ain't with the Twitter-ish, B. You barking at a pit. Okay? There was a lot going on between these two on social media, okay? And we all know that Asian Doll had tweeted, you know, how it's crazy to side with someone who's trying to end you. And we know that they've been going back and forth with this Queen of Drill stuff. So what do you guys think about that whole situation? And of course, a lot of this started to pop back out once the remix of Super Freaky Girl came out. Now let's talk about Cardi B. So Cardi B takes to Twitter, and she wants a certain somebody to use the @sign, okay? She wants somebody to @her, all right? And we know that Nicki Minaj has been talking a lot. And I'm pretty sure that she's been subbing Cardi B. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not going to act like I know for sure. Okay, so Cardi B wants somebody to @her. And, you know, somebody replied and said, you know, she's talking about you, and you didn't @her either. So what are you getting at? Cardi B also takes to Twitter and says, this ish is tiring, old, and redundant. Same formula, different year. Start chaos, drama, and then promote their ish. I actually have a life outside of my house and Twitter. Until bees put an @ on it, they talking to their mother. Bye. So what do you guys think about that whole situation? I mean, let me just add a little bit of my opinion on that. Yes, these girls need to @ each other, or they need to be speaking directly to each other in their raps. Like, if we're going to take it there and this is rap and people are going to start, making diss songs about each other, and like, we need to know clearly who you're beefing with. But when it comes to Cardi B, I think it's a little different because Cardi B likes to sue people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's kind of getting in the way of how all this stuff should really be handled through the music. Like, I feel like if there's truly issues, put it in a song. Make a diss track. Y'all go back and forth with diss tracks. Like, let's make this really about rap here. Okay? And let's put it all out there. Megan, do you have an issue with Nicki Minaj? Do you want to respond to Nicki Minaj accusing you with the alcohol and all the other stuff while she was trying to have a baby? Do you want to respond to that and put it in a song? Do you want to make a diss song or not? Okay? Do you want to throw shots back at Nicki when she said, crying for something in the media, idiot? Do you want to respond to that or not? Cardi, do you want to respond in a diss track or not? Let's really talk about it. If we're not adding each other, what are we talking about? So I agree to an extent with that, 100%. Put a diss track out. Everybody put a diss track out. Okay? I'm shocked and I'm just drained of all of this stuff going back and forth on Twitter. It's too much. Put a diss song out. All right, so we also need to talk about JT. So JT was out, okay? She was out. She was around her fans, and apparently she snatched a fan's phone. She thought they were taking a picture, but they were actually doing like video and recording her, and I guess that really upset her, and she snatched the phone. People were saying that girl should have punched JT. She should have snapped on her, because the way JT snatched this girl's phone was like somebody could have fought her just off of the strength of how aggressive she snatched that phone and everything like that. And like, these are your fans also. So like, you could have said it in a nicer way, like, hey, oh no, don't record me. Or you could have put your hands up and said, oh, don't record, please. Or let's take a picture instead. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. Like, fans aren't these, like, I don't know. Sometimes celebrities treat fans like they're not even human beings. So these are the people who buy your music. These are the people who recite your every word to your lyrics and stuff like that. So you got to treat them a little nicer. If you didn't want her to record you, you could have just said that. You had to snatch the girl's phone. You know what I mean? So what the heck? That was trash. Now I wanted to talk about Ice Spice, because Ice Spice gets called out for upping her price for shows after agreeing to doing a show for $4,000, and now the price has risen to $15,000. All right, so a promoter basically said, due to matters out of our hands, Ice Spice will no longer be attending the party. As her status and song continue to grow daily, her team has decided to pull her off numerous shows. They feel that she's a much bigger artist than she was at the time she took the bookings. So in 3 weeks, her price has gone from $4,000 to $15,000. They feel as if, she's bigger today than she was 3 weeks ago. They are also pulling her off of the tour with Love because they feel that she is a bigger artist than him. Okay? So, what do you think about this promoter who booked Ice Spice 3 weeks ago? And her price was $4,000 3 weeks ago, and now her prices went up to $15,000. And her team is pulling her off a show. I think in business period, I think when you agree to do something with somebody and it's a contract is signed, a verbal agreement, a text, an email, because all that can be used in court, right? It's a written agreement. You agree to do something for a price, you have to abide by it. If you raise your price the following week after that, or even the next day, your new bookings get that new price. You should still abide by any of those older bookings that haven't taken place yet. If you set a price to them, you need to do it for that price. And when you change your price, all of your new bookings get that new price from there forward. You don't go back to your old bookings and say, oh, by the way, I raised my price. I'm not doing it for the one we agreed on. That doesn't make any sense to me. So what do you guys think about that whole situation with Ice Spice? Now, I did want to take a moment to say rest in peace to P&B. We learned that he passed away, and he was at a Waffle House due to people being able to find out his location. Apparently, the girlfriend posted where they were eating at, And unfortunately, he is no longer with us. And a lot of rappers did respond to this situation. You know, Cardi responded to it basically saying that she doesn't think that it was due to the girlfriend. The girlfriend was getting a lot of backlash, saying like she was the reason since she posted, you know, where they were. But Cardi was basically saying, you know, she can't be the reason mainly. Like, you know, people are always watching. There was other people there at that restaurant. People are always watching where celebrities are going. So, you know what I mean? And people had a lot to say about, you know, not posting your location and da 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 da. But it's like, let's just send, you know, some prayers and just have a little grace towards the girlfriend and his family at this moment. The last thing anybody will want to do is just be blamed for somebody passing away. That's the worst feeling that anybody can have, especially like if you truly didn't have anything to do with it. I can't even imagine like how that person must feel, how the family must feel, you know, on top of grieving. So let's just extend some grace, everybody. All right, let's move on to the BET Awards. So the BET Awards is coming out in October, and they have Fat Joe hosting the BET Awards, but I wanted to talk about the nominations, all right? So the nominations for the BET Awards are, so Hip Hop Album of the Year, they have Lotto, Drake, Kanye West, Future, Pusha T, and they also have Nas and Kendrick Lamar. Okay, who do you guys think should win Hip Hop Album of the Year? I personally think out of this lineup, I'm just gonna go Kendrick Lamar. That's just me. But that's just because he's one of my favorite rappers. But who do you guys think for Album of the Year? Now, Song of the Year, they have Big Energy, F&F, First Class, Hot-ish by Cardi B, Wait For You by Future and Tems, and then Way Too Sexy by Drake, and Super Gremlin by Kodak. So who do you guys think should win Song of the Year? One, I was very surprised that Glorilla got her song nominated so quickly. I mean, I definitely feel like that song took over this summer for hip hop. But I was surprised that Jack Harlow's First Class got on here at the BET Awards, even though that song has been doing really great. I was just like, oh wow, okay, that's cool. Cardi B's song for Song of the Year, Hot-ish, I really don't think that was a song of the year. My personal opinion, I don't think it did that well. I don't think it was received that well either. It's not a terrible song, but I just don't think it's Song of the Year. Honestly, I think Wait For You with Future Attempts, I think that should win Song of the Year, in my personal opinion. Now, for Best Video, we had City Girls and Usher. We had Cardi B for Hot-ish. We had Bia for her song London with J. Cole. We had Way Too Sexy for Drake. A$AP Rocky, that song DMB. Family Ties for Kendrick Lamar and Baby Keem. Okay, so who do you guys think should get Best Video? And lastly, they had Lyricist of the Year. So we had Baby Keem, Benny the Butcher, Drake, J. Cole, Jack Harlow, Jay-Z, and Kendrick Lamar. Now, I was shocked that Jay-Z was put on here, but I think that's just because he did a song on DJ Khaled's album, and a lot of people was talking about his verse. I'm not shocked about J. Cole or Kendrick being on here at all. But who do you guys think should win Lyricist of the Year? And are you guys even tuning in to the BET Awards this year? Because honestly, I feel like that award show is like died out. You know, I really feel like it's died out. Okay, Jay-Z's not coming. All right, I don't see a lot of these people coming to this award show, but we shall see who actually shows up. I think award shows are pretty much dying out. For real, I think they really are dying out. So let me know what you guys think about that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.